the corporation will always, he says something along the lines of the corporation will always want to privatize profits and, democratize risk, in order that they may gain stability and gain power. And again, that's a constructed narrative that can have opposing narratives, but there's a lot of interesting things there.
There's this also this idea, I think I read somewhere, that every company should only have one, maximum two sort of figureheads who go out there and speak for the company. And you can see this with, for example, one with Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, right? One person, right? This goes back to the psychology of crowds. Gustave Le Bon, he wrote this book called I think it's called The Psychology of Crowds or The Crowd, something like that. And basically, if I'm not mistaken, he mentioned that one aspect of crowds, like when human beings get together in a crowd, it sort of becomes like another creature, right? And one thing about this sort of creature is that it is very visual, right? And it requires a figurehead, Napoleon Bonaparte or Jeff Bezos, one figurehead that it can relate to, right? And so this idea of you being the spokesperson for your brand, or at the maximum, apparently two, and with the two, you can sort of see that with Grab, Anthony Tan, and I think his COO, they were often seen together. But I think this is not as common. Another one maybe is the Winklevoss twins, right? Two of them, two brothers, right? With us as well, two brothers. Right. So maximum two apparently is the benchmark.
And I think this is a fantastic way for us to kind of see what we mean by constructed narratives and opposing narratives. If we can just linger on this one because it's interesting. And also it segues into this idea of the transitional point that we are at right now, where collective branding is kind of transitioning to personal branding. A lot of people, and I think the idea of personal branding kind of propagated and was exacerbated in some ways with the likes of Steve Jobs, for example, who absolute Goliath of a personal brand that led great companies like Apple and Pixar, right? And of course the Winklevoss twins and the Wright brothers and so on and so forth. But at the same time, you have this opposing narrative where you have some of the most powerful companies in the world right now. Accenture, for example, Accenture is a gigantic company with tentacles all around the world. Last year, 2023, they garnered about $64 billion in total revenue.